Hello.
Hi,
We're back again.
we've returned.
I got some GAR ECL because I want to see what happens when you emergency power axe wolves. That's it. That's why I made it.
My goal is to sanction or shuttle that, but I've got Han and Tarkentown. This is the Jump to Lightspeed Han. These are. Did you get yours from the Two Moons Invitational thing?
So I picked up an inspiration from the list that was on the Two Moons.
Okay.
It is not the same list.
Okay.
It is slightly.
Yeah, this is an exact carbon copy of one of those lists.
That was the European Invitational tournament.
Yeah.
It was 16 people invited. Double elimination tournament that they held last weekend. Thank you to the chatter Jalamoose who linked us that information. So
yeah,
got some cool ideas from that. There was a lot of neat lists running around. It wasn't like these were not grind out the list in Swiss kind of thing, tried and tested, but it was all very good players with brews they made specifically for this event. So they were pretty interesting lists with that little caveat. There were, I think, 3 new Palpatine blue decks. Hey, what's up? And they're all wildly different. I was thinking about trying to make a Palpatine blue, but I was like, I don't really have the time to put into this to get good decks. I think that's a deck where you really need to know all the lines and know what you're trying to do.
I wildly oscillate between the types of decks I want to build. So a lot of times I'll explore a specific color combination. But I played blue-green villainy yesterday, and so I'm playing red-yellow heroism today. I felt like that was at least a change of pace. Because I was sitting down to make a deck and I was about to put all the cards I put into other decks into that deck. Yeah. And so I felt like, let's not worry about that. Let's try something else.
I haven't had to take a lot of stuff out of the decks I've built so far to build the ones I have made for the stream, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was part of the rationale for the Han deck, was that I could have this and the Jabba deck together at the same time. This is the stuff the Han deck picked up. It picked up the A-Wing, which I think as long as space aggro is a thing, I think this card is going to be in that mix. It picked up aggressive negotiations. I'm not sold on this card, but it does cost 3, which I think helps out the Han math. So you've got more 3s to hit. So
you can draw with Boshek.
And you could draw it with Boshek. There are games with this Han deck that I've played against people where they have 7 cards in hand because they keep Boshecking and C-3POing. And turn 1, you want the 2 1-drops. Turn 2, you want a 3-drop or a C-3PO 1-drop or something like that. But there are. So I think this card's got a chance to have some legs.
If it's hitting for 4 or 5, it's kind of stupid.
And then Wrong Ride, I think, is actually crazy with the Han. I think Han synergizes well with the plot cards.
Do you want to throw them on the game?
Yeah, sure. So A-Wing. Aggressive negotiations. Wrong Ride. So you can tap out, play something, then deploy Han, ready your resources, and then play your plot card. And you can actually play multiple things, right, to ready enough resources to play stuff from your resource row with Han. Along those lines, you get sudden ferocity. So I think one of these spaceships suddenly picking up 6 power with Han and sudden ferocity makes it into an extremely lethal threat very quickly. And this deck's also trying out Lightmaker, which I kind of like because it's it's some 5-cost stuff. So that way you've got
something to dump after if you can ready all resources with Han.
Yeah, you can tap out for Lightmaker, then deploy Han into something. I like Han. The thing with the Han decks that I've seen is it's a matter of a lot of times they don't have stuff to do with the Han's resources, right? And I think plot gives you something to do with those resources, right?
So my question with plot is, and maybe some experts in chat can answer this, is when can you play the plot versus readying the resources with Han's ready or when played ability? Do you have to play all your plot stuff before you resolve the
I think you have to. You deploy Han, and he's deployed as an upgrade, and this resolves, and then the plot stuff resolves, right? I think that's the order. That's the order that makes sense to me because this is triggered off of him.
It makes sense to me too, but yeah, who can say? You can go back and forth. So it's like you can do it in whatever order that you see fit.
That benefits you.
So you choose the triggers, right?
So the Han is deployed as an upgrade. Yes, correct. Okay. So Han is deployed as an upgrade.
Hoping. Yeah, that's good.
So I could then plot. I could actually show 6 resources worth of plot cards then, right? And then pay 3. Play the 3 costs. Play like the wrong ride. You trigger Han's thing. Deploy Han. Put sudden ferocity on as a pilot. Then ready resources Han. Then continue plotting. Yeah. Okay. So that makes it very good then, because then sudden ferocity you could hit for like 9 if you'd hit 2. That's right.
Pretty good.
You still have to have both down there when you're revealing it, but that does seem extremely powerful. Like anything Han's in at that point is hitting for 10 or more, which most likely kills a lot of decks in 2 hits. Gives you another ready resource, as it is an odd cost for Han's readying ability. Even better then, right? So you can deploy. So that's a guaranteed readying 2. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Pretty smart. Pretty smart.
My Han Showcase Stonks Rising.
Actually, yeah, I think this deck got a lot better, and I think it's like really well positioned to post.
As far
rotation.
as like space aggro, it's probably one of the best ones.
Post rotation, it's going to be in like real good shape, right? Yeah. A 2.
A 7. Now we're pod racing. I'll mulligan.
Yeah, right. At a very minimum, readying 3 resources, right? He's got to go on to something. And then you have sudden ferocity, then Han, ready 3, and then you could play something else, right?
Play Inferno 4.
Republic Waving.
Take initiative.
Republic Waving. Pass.
Initiative for 2.
I'm going to Han. It is the Falcon. This is going to attack you for 2.
Play Knight of Ren.
I'm going to fight Inferno 4. I may regret this. But I'm going to fight Inferno 4.
Take initiative.
I'm going to Tarkin Town Inferno 4. And then I'm going to sanction or shuttle the Knight of Ren. And then I'll pass.
I'm going to ECL into the shuttle. And then do shielded.
Han. Attack you for 2.
Take initiative.
Attack you for 1. Falcon. Attack you for 3. And pass. Pay to keep the Falcon around.
I'll kill the Falcon. Well, not that. I'm fighting your stuff too much. I feel like I gotta clean up your shit. I guess I haven't really had many attacks on base anyway.
My goal was to try to keep your board clean.
Yeah.
I dreaded the stupid shuttle, but nothing I can do about that shit. Because the shuttle is like a way to kill one of my guys for free.
It's like at least 2 kills.
Yeah. But I didn't want you to have anything that you could just like slap Craving Power on or whatever, right? Like, okay, so I guess what I do then is we'll deploy Han into this Y-Wing. This is still floating in the ether. I'm going to show the wrong ride and a sudden ferocity. I'm going to exhaust 3 resources to play sudden ferocity on this Y-Wing. And then we're going to resolve Han's ability. I have 4, so I'll ready 4, and then I will play the wrong ride and exhaust 2 enemy resources. Assuming that's legal.
According to chatters.
According to Twitch chat.
I think it makes sense to me because it's you're all sequencing your own actions at the same time, right?
Right.
So.
It's all one mega action. Yeah. I feel like this is the first time since we've been playing with this set where plot was like did like a whole bunch of shit, right?
Yeah.
So
play X Wolves.
Hit you for 7.
Yeah. I'll take initiative.
Attack you for 1. Play C3PO and say the number 3. That's a wolf pack square. I guess I don't have to show you, but all right. Pass. I am a resource of something here. Yes, I am not.
Craving power for 7 to Han. What's up, Dark Black?
It's going to be a C3PO, and on attack, I'm going to say the number 1.
Okay, hit me for
So,
4.
Hit you for 5 because I've drawn a card as C3PO.
Okay, that's pretty good. I see. I think I'm gonna take this damage off the board.
Play a Wolf Pack Escort.
Thank you for 7.
I'm going to play a Crackshot V-Wing.
Attack you for 4.
I will take the initiative.
Gar, hit you for 4. Done.
I'm gonna Han. It's a 1. So I'll hit you for 2.
Right there. Well, actually, I'll OB. So that's 9 damage.
Doing great.
Yeah, alright. Alright.
It's a pretty convincing Han deploy there. I think there's a number of decks. I think if that guard deck does not draw the shuttle, I think this matchup is probably a blowout.
It's certainly something I will mulligan for in this matchup.
I think you have to mulligan for the shuttle, otherwise
Yeah.
you have no chance.
That is the ECL target I need to be using. If you let the ship last turn and go base instead, you win. Oh, the 1-drop ship? That's a good point.
Well, now that you know my hand, right?
Yeah. I was kind of worried about like Boshek onto that ship because you had 2 resources open.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't know what I draw next turn, right? If I draw the aggressive, what is this card called? Aggressive negotiations.
Yeah.
I'm kind of I was like skeptical. I was like, yeah, surely 3 is too much for this card. And for like bad surprise strike, but it is surprise strike that you can play in this deck.
It's kind of like better surprise strike sometimes, right?
Well, it can hit for more than surprise
Yeah.
strike, right? So
Surprise strike is best when it's ending games or letting you trade up. I think that card is pretty likely to end you games, especially if you're like Boshek into that. And onto C3PO was pretty interesting.
right, because I was able to get an extra point. Which mattered because I killed you at exactly 25.
The
Right?
cost doesn't matter if it's final low. That's why people play Hotshot Blaster in decks that don't have red or yellow.
Been hit with over 10.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right, exactly. If you tap out, right, anybody would pay any number of resources if it meant
they win the game.
The opponent wins the game, right? Yeah. Or like you win the game. So C3PO is the only 2-drop in here, yeah, currently.
Makes sense.
I think he's too good not to play because you get to look at the top card.
He went off early. He just like.
I was actually trying to figure out the right time to play C3PO. I could have played him. I could have played him on turn 2 because I would have drawn the Falcon, but I would have had one resource unused, and so I felt the Sanctuary Shuttle on the Knight of Ren. And I actually think that mattered because I was a hit away from death. You had multiple things that hit for 7, so I think if you had done any damage to me, those Y-Wings actually stuck around a lot longer than I was expecting. So
the tapping the 2 resources was brutal.
Yeah.
Turn, so.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 open resources, villainy, green, units on board. Like, no. Nah, man, nah.
No, mulligan. I have the shuttle, but no 2 or 3 drops, so.
Half the mulligan. I drew 3 Sanctuary Shuttle in that opening hand. If you like spread that out, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was debating, so I was like trying to figure out, do I force you to attack into me and then Tarkin Town, right? You have to fight into me, your unit is damaged. I don't know if you're playing the Iden package in that deck or not.
Iden is in there, yeah.
Okay.
So like slapping Iden on that ship and then it gets shielded and then Tarkin Town doesn't kill it is pretty bad, right?
If you Iden'd to start, like you play Inferno, and that's why I was keeping the Sanctuary Shuttle.
Yeah.
So I was like basically forcing you to not do that there.
Yep. I'll take initiative. I mulliganed.
Y-Wing. Turncoat. Pass.
This might be a straight up fold. Goodness gracious. I'll play the client.
He's shielded. I'm gonna bow check here. Those come to hand.
Take initiative.
We're gonna solo. That's a 5. I'll hit you for 3. I'll hit you for 2. I'll play Crackshot V-Wing, and then I'll pass.
ECL. Shuttle. Into the turncoat. Then shielded. I couldn't really use client first there as much as I wanted to, right? Because then you could just like play the Han pilot onto that, whatever I cliented. And I couldn't kill it. I'll draw a card.
Well, Han. It's a bow check. I'll hit you for 3. I actually found that the action cost for the client is too expensive. Losing the action.
The client was in the list that I copied from the tournament, and I I'm iffy on the client, especially because you're so loaded on 3-drops in this deck now. Because you have like Iden is kind of a 3-drop. This is kind of a 3-drop with Krennic on the board.
Let's say I attacked with this.
Axe Wolves is in the deck now.
I realize I'm trying to play the Han in my hand. I attacked with this. It's the same amount of damage, so. In the tournament, I just have to live with the play mistake or whatever. But all right, Han attack for 4.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna daring raid this shuttle, and we're gonna Tarkin town it. You can move the shield to one of my units if you would like, right?
I can.
And then I'm gonna play the Wolfpack escort, and then I will pass.
I can do a lot of stuff. Let's give the client craving power and blow up the V-Wing.
I'll attack you for 2.
Attack you for 5.
I'm gonna play Poe.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna deploy Han into here. That. Readies 5 resources. We'll hit you for 5. We'll smuggle in Cassian. We'll hit you for 3.
Alright, I'm done. Yeah, I'm dead.
This deck is sick.
Yeah.
This deck is fun.
Lord.
The Han act like resource cheating.
Why do they keep making broken Hans?
That's good. I like if this game if like
the main characters are the best.
No
ones.
offense to Gar Saxon.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's from. Okay, but if the entire game were like Gar Saxons and Hondos and I like Dedra as a character, but if it was like Dedra, if it was all characters you did not know,
These Glup Shadows, yeah.
If it was all Glup Shadows, there would be no reason to. I bet we could trick the Google AI next video that we do.
We're here with Glup Shadow.
Yeah, a Glup Shadow Tarkin Town versus Shit Gulpo Data Vault.
We'll try that.
We'll see if we can do that.
We're here with an intense head-to-head card gaming matchup for you guys.
We just have to keep introducing the videos. We have to keep introducing the videos by the wrong game.
Engaging duel. We're here playing Dune CCG.
The Chome exchange for Spice right now is at 4.
I have my Paul Atreides ECL deck. Versus Duncan, Idaho. Yeah, but I also didn't have a 2-drop that game, so let it be known. Alright, we'll see how this goes. The Brute.
The Brute. I'm gonna play a Y-Wing.
Take initiative.
I'll play an A-Wing. I'll pass.
Does you want to play a super rough to come back from? Yeah. I don't think in this matchup it's just I'm doomed if that happens.
You are doomed.
Straight up doomed. play X-Wolves.
I'm going to Han. Signature shuttle. Let's hit you for. I just trade there. I think I just trade there.
Take initiative.
Hit you for 1. Thing was, it kills it anyway, and then you heal 2. So if I hit you for 3, I could trade the Tarkin town. I think there's like no world where it makes sense for me to make that play. I'll play the Falcon and then hit you for 3. Then pass.
Paying for that Falcon?
Yeah, I'll pay for the Falcon.
ECL. The shuttle. I have to be shielded for that.
I'm going to Han. I'll attack you for 1.
Attack you for 4.
I'm gonna play the Y-Wing.
Take initiative.
I'm going to Daring Raid the shuttle and then Tarkin Town it. You can move that shield to...
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pass.
No. Barrage for 6.
Wolfpack escort.
Take you for 6.
Deploy Han. Ready. Cassian. Attack you for 3. Pass.
Okay. Okay. Lord Farquaad, 78 months. Thank you. Just a crazy amount of time. All right. You have a shuttle. For Mr. Axe. I'll take you for 4.
I'll hit you for 5.
How many gray hairs have you grown since when we first met you?
Yeah.
Me is a lot.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot. It's a concerning amount. I'll deploy Gar. Mini.
Attack you for 3.
Play Inferno 4.
Are you using them?
Oh yeah.
I'll play the Falcon.
I'll Nimble Prowess the Falcon.
No. Pardon me.
What the hell? He's picking up cheating cards on the ground.
I'll shuttle the Inferno 4.
Take it for 4.
Take initiative.
Emergency powers for 2 on X. And pass.
He is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he gets it.
Boom.
He gets it.
The power of actually being able to kill your space units. Initiative, essentially.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking it all the way through, actually. So I had the choice between A-Wing, Republic Y-Wing, and the Cartel Turncoat. And I think the A-Wing is last in priority there if you have a 2-power space unit to play, because that means you can attack it freely and kill it.
Yeah, and I'm rocking 6 of them, so that makes your like attack with it awkward.
Yeah, right.
Because if you have the turncoat, you could just hit base pretty safely there.
Yeah, I can just attack base, because you have to attack into me, or you have to like buff your dude, in which case I can Sanctuary Shuttle or whatever, right? I actually had 2 Sanctuary Shuttles, and so I think I win that game if I ever can play one of them, but I like, you were just like kill up the curve, and so I had the Han pilot in hand, so I could slap that on the Falcon and hit for 5, but unfortunately Justin was not within 5 of dying.
And I exhausted it.
No, action 1. Action 1. They put you to 20, right? That's the thing. Action 1 of the following turn would do 5 to you right there.
But you were dead. You were done dead. X-Wolves. What's for X-Wolves from?
I don't know.
You can probably just assume Clone Wars.
Yeah, or Mandalorian maybe. There's so many characters in the like all those Mandalorians. There's so many of them. They introduce them. They tell you their name one time. That's that. Oh, okay. I guess we'll keep. I think it's resource. I will play a Y-Wing. I'm going to daring raid the brute.
Take initiative.
I'm going to Tarkin Town the brute. Pass. Oh, what do you resource there? This one, that doesn't feel right, but
X.
We're gonna Han the Poe. I'll hit you for 2.
Take initiative.
Well, C3PO and say 5. And then I'll play Crackshot V-Wing. And I'll pass. Well, I guess it's something like, well, we'll put this up for the stream so we can talk about it. The hand is currently, what are your resource here? Okay. The hand is Poe Dameron, the Falcon. Daring Raid, A-Wing. What are your resource here? Is it the Daring Raid? Is it Poe? Is it the A-Wing? Now here's my rationale why you shouldn't resource all of the 4 cards. So Poe Next turn is the Han deploy turn. We could tap out, play Poe, deploy Han, and Poe will most likely present lethal. And even if he wipes my board of every other unit, Poe's big enough that Poe cannot die on his own, right? And the Falcon has to stay. Falcon's the only card that does not get resourced, right? Because we're going to play the Falcon this turn. The Daring Raid and the A-Wing, I think it's down between those two. However, it could just be resource Poe. It's Poe. Captain Rumchugger believes it's Poe. Jaladre says A-Wing. I'm leaning Daring Raid. Resource Poe. Farquaad says Poe. A-Wing. I wish we could quick save and then reload a bunch of times. Now, here's my rationale for keeping the A-Wing. I want to play 2 space units this turn.
Yeah, because I would probably lean toward playing Falcon A-Wing this raid and resource the raid.
The Daring Raid will not kill whatever Justin plays. Now, I can Daring Raid Axe Wolves Action 1. Yeah, I can Daring Raid Axe Wolves to get rid of the shield.
I do get to attack.
Play the game and then rewind and try the other line. Because you have the initiative, right?
Yeah.
So you can Daring Raid Axe Wolves. Daring Raid, easy. Verhoeven says Daring Raid. Jaladre has changed his mind to Daring Raid. Farquaad says Poe's cleanly answered by ECL Vader. You could trade 3PO to avoid Vader blowout. Just saw damage on base. It's Daring Raid. I only have 2 damage on your base?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Daring Raid is gone because I need what I need is like stuff on board. I want something that I can deploy Han into because I don't think I win this game if I have to deploy Han onto a tapped unit again, right? That's what happened last game. I'm 5 damage short. Han didn't get his damage in on the deploy turn. So, all right. I have resourced Daring Raid.
Okay.
Stern Rain, hello.
I'm going to legal authority the V-Wing.
Okay. I am going to Han. It is the wrong ride. Perfect. We love it. Do we get the 2 damage or do we want to draw with C-3PO? Because I can attack with C-3PO and lose out on the damage, right? What do we think is more important? The damage?
You can just attack with C-3PO next action. I guess I could kill it with wolves now.
Yeah, you could kill it with wolves. So I'm like not that inclined to not draw the card because I actually think the card is important. This is like my resource. I don't have to ask what I'm going to resource next turn, right? It's going to be the wrong ride. So yeah, I'll have C-3PO attack you for 1 and say 3, and then I'll put the wrong ride in my hand.
Play brute.
Attack you for 1.
Attack you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Play the Falcon.
Take initiative.
Attack for 3. Play A-Wing. Pass. Pay to keep the Falcon around.
You already know. It's an OB. So that's 5, 6, 7, 7. Any things?
No.
No things? You're just deploying?
Deployed. Ready resource.
All right, I'll take it for 7.
I'm going to attack you for 1, and I'm going to say 3. Bow check.
Take it for 2.
Attack you for 5.
Take initiative.
All right, is it Cassian? Cassian gets 3 damage in, or I can play Poe. He gets killed by ECL Vader, right? I can play Falcon, and then Bow Shek onto the Falcon. C-3PO and a Y-Wing, so Y-Wing comes to hand. And I'll pass.
Yeah, it seems good. Okay. ECL, the Vader man. I'll give a shield to a friendly and an enemy unit. So friendly will be Axe. Enemy, I think, is going to be this Falcon. And then I'll attack C-3PO and kill the Falcon.
You got this one. Literally Sanctioner Shuttle. Literally Sanctioner Shuttle. If I could draw Sanctioner Shuttle at the rate Justin draws Axe Wolves, I think I'm in great shape that game. Lost too many actions there. Poe. If I play Poe, Vader would have to kill Poe.
I think it's probably worse for you.
I think it's the same.
Emergency powers. Yeah, I am. I played it the last game. I played him for that. It's pretty good on Axe Wolves.
Also, where's the sudden ferocity?
Yeah.
Like, sudden ferocity would have actually been good there, right? I think 3PO trade was the play. Got to trade 3PO off.
Just send him into the Axe
Send him
Wolves
into Axe, get rid of a shield. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Because then he doesn't have anything to run into the ground. So because I could also, I was debating whether to deploy Cassian from the ground, right? I think Cassian has to be the finisher if I'm worried about ECL. All right.
Again, games are pretty interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of interaction. All right. I think if I'd had sudden ferocity, I think I'd win that game. Funny enough. Can you keep that? We'll try this hand. I'm not sold on this hand. Oh. I'll play a V-Wing.
Inferno.
Has the damage on it. I'm gonna Daring Raid the Inferno.
Take initiative.
I'll Tarkin Tenant.
It's dead. Sure. Knight of Ren.
We're gonna Han. Hit you for 2.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna C-3PO and say 1. I'll play an A-Wing. I'll pass.
Is it kill 3PO here? He's like a ground target for me to ambush into eventually, but like he just gets you free stuff.
Free cards from the government.
Yeah, it's just free stuff. I'm gonna kill him.
You want a Han?
I think that decision is a lesson you learn by playing this matchup a bunch.
Attack you for 2.
And I haven't learned that lesson yet. I'll play.
Attack you for 2.
Take initiative.
Play the Falcon.
Probably worth. Yeah, probably.
Attack you for 3. Play Viewing. Pass.
I do need pressure also. That is true. Now I'm at 9. He's got none on base, so. Very true. Well, OB 7. It's gonna be Falcon. It's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Play Wyoming.
Hit you for 7.
Double Han.
Are you doing anything?
No, I don't. I literally don't draw the plot cards.
Take your 4.
Hit you for 5.
Take initiative. Yes, play the 3PO. I mean, I think you play it, right?
I think I don't play it.
You think you don't play it?
I don't think I play it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I don't think I can. If he's got a Vader, I instantly lose. Out of Cassian, I could deploy too, but I don't think I can do it, right?
Hit you for 4.
Hit you for 5. I Tarkin Town, right? I think I Tarkin
You
Town.
did. Oh, yes. Hit you for 5.
Hit you for 1.
Oligar.
Do you have the gun?
Yes.
I deploy Cassian.
I forgot I had this guy. That's 7.
Yeah.
Boom. I was looking at legal authority. That was my plan.
I honestly think if I could draw the Sanctuary Shuttle or a single plot card, I win the games, right? One plot card? Is that too much to ask for? Should I be mulliganing for him? I see 2 1-drops and like the Falcon, and I'm like, I keep his hand.
That's good, right?
Right, like, or 1-drop plus Daring Raid, and I can take out your spaceship, right? I had a second C3PO. I was debating playing the second C3PO, but the Falcon. The Falcon attack was like too good there, and I would have something left over if you overwhelming barrage. I would have something left over. So I might be prioritizing C3PO too much too, because I had like a hand where I could one drop C3PO, one drop, or Falcon. Like I could like split. I had like a decision tree based off of what Justin played. So
Star Wars Dad has first and sixth tournament. Cool. I haven't seen Krennic first turn in any game. So I think Krennic in the shuttle ambush second turn is probably real good.
Cartel turncoat.
Root.
I'll play crack shot.
Take initiative.
Pass.
Yoda Green Force won that one, and Ray Databall got second. Yoda Green Force is looking pretty good. You run Jam Communications, Nathan?
Not main.
No. I'll fight there.
Oh, Tarkin Town.
Play X.
Oh. Play this.
Take initiative.
Oh, Han. Hey, hit you for 3. I'll play C3PO and say 3. And I'll pass.
I'm gonna fight 3PO.
I'm gonna Han. Hit you for 3.
Play Iden.
I have the rare 3/3 drops in hand. One of them is Boshek, so I could Boshek. The top card of the deck is 3, so the top card of the deck is a Falcon. So if the card underneath that is a 1-drop ship, then I get the 1-drop ship, right? Otherwise, I would much rather like shuttle the axe. I think we gamble a little bit. This also puts the Y-wing where you Iden would hit for 7. So I think that puts it in a place where he can't kill both ships. All right, so Boshek, Falcon, A-wing, hit you for 2.
Yeah, I'll take initiative.
Play A-wing.
For 2, yeah.
And then pass.
Obi. Those. Oh yeah. I'll hit you for 7. Hit you for 2.
Han. Hit you for 4.
Take initiative.
Slap Han. Reveal sudden ferocity. Ready for play sudden ferocity. Take 8. Yes. Pay to keep the Falcon around.
Yep, my dead. Can't ECL Vader into anything. Yeah, Sudden Frosty's pretty good. Yeah, alright, tiebreaker. That'll be our final. These decks are sick. There's just, like I said, this set opened up a lot of little things for sets for all the decks that have existed in the past.
Yeah,
just about.
I think it closed the door on some things too. But
Yeah,
I think decks that were I'll have to see how the competitive season shakes out.
It's
now
if it's just Han again.
I don't think it's going to be like all Hans all the way down, but the big thing is I think the game will be interesting enough with the top decks, even if it ends up being like a 10-liter format or something like that, right?
I mean, any deck can beat most any other deck, and that's something about the Data Vault's really, really good. The Han against Vader pilot, would you crash these units or go face?
You probably go face. The unit you have to worry about is Victory Leader, and you have to worry about the Clone Squadron, right? There might be turns where you just play the wrong ride.
The people who said the set isn't good, I don't think like play the game.
Yeah, they're not like excited to collect the cards.
Yeah, and I get that. Like that's different.
That's yeah, right.
Like you said, they have to make legendaries more chaseable, like because the legendaries set are not. You don't want to.
These might be the least exciting legendaries since set 3.
So people
and
are.
That's saying something because set 3 is bad. And I actually don't think the legendaries in previous sets weren't like didn't set the world on fire.
The best legendary in the set is Padme.
Yeah. And
no one's opening Padme going like, oh, I opened Padme Amidala. Yes. Not like you did when you saw Vader or a Luke.
Confidence of
that's yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess that gets resourced. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I actually think this hand's probably keepable, but I don't know how to resource it, so I'm gonna mulligan it.
Queen Amidala, you're right. I'm sorry. She's earned that title by being born into royalty.
She was elected or something.
Elected her.
They retcon. They tell you she was elected or something
at 14. I'm sure she ran a really good campaign with no nepotism at all.
You could if the HK47 is a great legendary because
yes, absolutely.
HK47 is a widely applicable 2-drop. I think I would prefer HK47 to be like a rare because it's widely versatile, right? He's probably better off as a rare than a legendary. Devastator, both Devastators, I think, are actually good legendaries. The 10-drop ship, I think, is a perfect legendary. Very impactful, but niche playable. You have to be playing a very specific deck because otherwise the game is just ended by the time you can play that. But it's extremely powerful when it plays. It can close out a game, right? I actually think the Devastator from the Jump to Lightspeed's also a solid legendary. I think a big thing that Jump to Lightspeed had going for its carbonate packs is that it was just really sick pictures of ships, and then you had murals that you could put together. It's lots of cool stuff for collectors. So I think that's like a good sweet spot to be in.
It's tough though because they need to make more cards that are just not the original trilogy dudes.
Yeah,
and that's what sells the most stuff. But there's so many Star Wars characters they have to dig into.
I do think there should be a Luke, a Vader, an Anakin, a Rey, whatever it might be. I think you need all of that stuff in all of the sets. So,
like at least one of them as the Chase legendary, like Anakin and.
I don't think people are clamoring for Rey and Finn and Poe and people like that, right? So. Like,
well, taking a shit.
Pass.
ECL. Shuttle. Turncoat. Unshielded. Draw. Get your cards.
I'm debating whether that's the right play or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if I hit Daring Raid, I can.
Set 7 is going to be setting the tone for the next year, 2 years. Potential oddity coming up with set 7 with it being a lawless time. Presumably we'll get a new Lando leader. We'll have 2 of him in rotation with only 1 Luke leader and have 3 Lando leaders or really 2. Maybe they'll make a 12-year-old boy Luke unit. I'll tag you for 3.
I'm going to target and town the shuttle.
Take initiative.
Play the escort. And then Han into you for 4. And then pass.
I'm gonna fight the wolf pack.
So you're gonna move Krennic Shield to my unit.
No. Not misclicking.
Han. Attack you for 3.
Attack you for 3.
C3PO. 1.
Timely Knight of Ren.
Wing.
Take initiative.
Wing. Pass.
OB. Both Y-Wings. I do want them to make good removal again in set 7. I think that's one of the worst parts about the set.
Hit you for 4.
Is the lack of non-conditional removal really in the last 3 sets, right? Maybe that's just kind of the direction they're taking the game. I'll hit you for 6. It's probably a tough balancing act with the removal though. Hit you for 3.
Daring raid, you
Take initiative.
deploy Han, ready. Hit you for 6. Shuttle the Niter in.
Terrified of sudden frosty there. I'm not in a good place, but
Pass.
Dead. Dead to Han, yep. Craving Power, but Craving Power even on the night wouldn't have done it. Dang. I think I was doing that okay that game too. See a blink mechanic? That's like, isn't that already a thing? The double yellow event?
Yeah, it already kind of exists.
And no one ever played it?
Like Boba Fett Mono Yellow played it before pre-ban.
Yeah.
Because you could blink your
New Adventure, yeah.
And Balin Skull kind of has it, right? Ephemerate, Ghost, what is it? Ghostly, not Ghostly Touch. It was like a Astral Slide was the original. I guess Abeyance, maybe phasing.
Meta DJ leader in 2027, maybe, could be. Who knows?
Well,
what we're
it says it new adventure rotates, right?
Do you think we will get
all the double yellow cards are actually like all the good double yellow cards are in the first 2 sets, and so if DJ like post rotation, DJ would need a lot of help.
Do you think we'll get double like multicolor aspect heroes in the next year, like red green leader?
I can see multi-aspect bases before I could see multi-aspect leaders.
Multi-aspect bases that are like really low health.
Yeah, like if it's 20 health, I think paying in 5 health, like 10 health from like no effect, but you've got double aspect. Like I think that's possible. So
multi-aspect leaders are absolute dog shit, maybe. But like DJ being double yellow, it's kind of like being multi-aspect, and then you're priced out of the heroism cards, so you're only playing neutral stuff. You're priced out of heroism and villainy if you're red green.
I've been waiting for the location of your base to actually matter forever.
Yeah.
It feels like design space, but I'm not sure that it's like good design space.
I think with multi-aspect leader, the balance of that is that you don't have a heroism or villainy base, right? Because then you're priced out of all those super powerful cards, but you have way more options with your deck building. So you could play 3 colors then, or you could play double aspect and then 1 color.
DJ Lake Country.
Death Star as a base. That seems like inevitability. It'll happen at some point. You gotta.
I mean, aren't there
it's gonna have 100 health?
Aren't there like portions of the Death Star that are bases, or am I crazy?
The command center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think portions of the Death Star are currently bases.
I think it's
right?
a location. It's like it is a it's the type of the location as Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Maybe on the command center in first set.
So that's the thing about the Death Star, right? Is it has to cost like 25 or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
it's
like
a damn moon with moon sized. Whole dang moon.
I don't know that you could ever have it be balanced.
It has 300 health, but you can only play. I don't know.
I don't know.
You can't play Star Wars Destiny, or you can't play Star Wars.
You have to play a game of Star Wars Destiny.
You have to go under the table and play a game of Star Wars Destiny. So dual Vader and Obi-Wan.
We need my store held a team trios tournament for Magic, and you do like a standard seat, a modern seat, and then like something like that.
Yeah.
But you need that for Star Wars. But Star Wars is one person plays Star Wars Destiny, one person plays the LCG, the other person plays Star Wars Unlimited. That'd be sick.
Play Star Wars, your opponent wins. That's why your opponent wins if we want to be accurate to lore. Look,
in general, a lot of the traits aren't utilized. I agree with that, actually. I think there's a ton of design space around the traits that's not utilized. I think they could push synergies just a little bit more. It's a big... the question you have to ask yourself is if the game gets narrowed if the synergies get too good. I'm worried if... I wonder if the designers are worried that if you make the synergies too good,
I think so.
that's the case.
So the thing about
right now,
Unlimited that I have always I really appreciated in comparing it to other card games is there's a huge potential of design space with the game.
Yeah,
and you can play a new card game and you can say, where the hell's the design space in this, right? With I kind of feel that way with Riftbound, and I felt that way with Gundam. Is that there's only so much you can do.
You'd have to keep making cards better within the narrow design space, right?
Yeah.
No cards that care about walkers. Yeah, you can't use trample or whatever. Your walkers can only exist at outside locations.
Trilogy anytime soon? Maybe one day. Well, probably once the competitive season rolls up a little bit. Because I do want a deck build for Trilogy because that is very fun.
I think you have to So, I think one problem with Star Wars Unlimited is that even though I would consider the game successful, it's not a runaway smash hit now, right? The entire last year has been a very modest, muted. The game has done all right, okay? There is actually probably way too many card games on the market. And so I think you have new people coming into card gaming. And there's actually probably more people coming into card gaming right now than probably since the 90s. Mm-hmm. But due to Magic and Pokemon, right? So the thing with card games is that you don't really have a huge spike influx, right? You have to either grow the player base steadily, and generally speaking, card games are an attrition over time, right? Magic and Pokemon are the exception and not the rule when it comes to these card games, right? So I actually don't know what the market cap for card games is. I would actually love some some actual industry data. One that would help me make decisions because that's my job, right? Is to order stuff. I think I've got I have people with their phone numbers in my phone that I could call up and ask if they wanted to play Star Wars that haven't touched the game in a year, right? There's lots of people that just aren't playing the game now for whatever reason, right? So without some sort of breakthrough or something like that, I think you end up with just this slow attrition, and I don't think Riftbound's helped, because I'm looking at some local chatter, and Riftbound was an instant smash success. We've had people showing up into the store to just play the game randomly. Now that's because it's new.
My instinct is that it's going to fall off after the first set.
The second set,
based on what people have said about metas already developed in China and stuff. And I just don't think the game's that good. Everything you explained about the timing rules made me want to die.
Global economic. Well, so yeah, I was talking to a distributor today, and they make paints, and they're like, yeah, we're still trying to figure out what the tariff situation is, right? Because depending on what it is, it's not manufactured in the United States, right?
Also, it changes every fucking week.
Yeah, and it does change. It does change at the whims of a 85-year-old or however.
And now he's apparently just going to give checks to every American.
Who knows?
I'm cool, remember? But that's all money that they've been collecting from Americans paying tariffs.
Yeah, who knows, man? I don't. It's
so stupid. Anyways,
is there a term when you take a bunch of, I don't know, we'll call it wealth from people, and then you disperse this wealth out? Is there a term for that?
It sounds I don't
know. I don't know. But
awful lot
anyway,
some kind of S word that they don't like saying.
Rick Bounds.
Economics. Yeah, it's
Seems like the same type of hype as SWU. That one, who knows if it will last, but SWU's box price. Yeah, so the secondary market for SWU is now. I think they could. So something that the Legendary Story Studios does is they actually have a map on their card game. So if you try to sell a box of their stuff for 1 penny under what the map is, it's not that they send the Pinkertons at you, but a nice man with a New Zealand accent calls up your store on the phone and says that you're violating the map policy, and being scolded by someone with a New Zealand accent feels terrible.
So tired of politics talked about in all aspects of life. Well, welcome to the life.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it.
So that's the trick, right? Is that politics is everywhere, right? Yeah. So that it affects you whether you know it or not, right? So.
Yeah. It affects, like we're talking about, it affects our card game that we like playing.
Yeah, right. It affects my job. Like my store is located in, like, it's not even a port city, right? Like I'm not somewhere where like the tariffs coming in. So the life's sticking in the sand. Yeah, right.
Yep.
But yeah, that's so. Well, we worry about that when we get to there.
Yeah, can't wait. Sounds great. Yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you Wednesday.
With that, I think that's a good night, everybody.
Yeah.
So
good night. Goodbye.